Well, all right. On the TV and movies front, Power Book 2. Now in the streets, watch season episode 9 and 10 2 weeks ago. So 9 aired on Friday, and I don't remember what the hell went on there. Do you remember what went on in episode 9?
Oh shit! As soon as them Jones came out, I watched all three of them and shit. I watched.
Same.
So
Was that was season episode? I keep saying season. Episode 9 is the one where Kane hit Brady with the
oh, hit
that
Braden with the car.
yeah.
He stood right there and
Uh,
saw him driving up, and then gonna stand like not get out the way and then hit him with the door. And they also
right,
like that after that.
right. And Tommy showed up in episode 9, right?
Yeah, was it 9 or 10?
No, 10 is when he left. When he was like telling him, what to do and all that stuff
Okay,
and all that
okay,
stuff, and he left.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, Effie. Okay, now Effie was in jail. That's when Bobby Brown had. I keep calling Bobby Brown. Kane went to see her in jail. We was laughing at that.
The dumbest shit ever. My man here is on
Right,
the FBI big board as one of the hitters they trying to bring down, but he could just put glasses on and all of a sudden he walk right in the police station and talk to y'all prime fucking suspect.
hmm And the kids found out about Mary J. Blige getting that guy to kill their father,
Mm-hmm. Kane
and that's
already
when they
knew.
yeah, that's when they was arguing in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that scene with the car was the funniest thing ever. This is a damn shitty show. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it's entertaining to look at, and I think it's fun how we sit and goof on it on these episodes. But there's nothing. It's like mindless entertainment. It's like the
Mm.
dumbest shitty shit. The shittiest shit happens.
Yeah,
all
it's
that
stupid.
time all that time I thought that young girl was in witness protection. So I ain't know that she was holding her hostage.
Yeah, I said this, and that's what I told you was stupid as shit. Because you like the fucking DEA and the FBI and y'all keeping the girl fucking hostage against her will and telling her
Right.
parents that she did. Like, what kind of shit is this?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we'll talk about episode.
And
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and what about Sax? Sax just sat down and wrote letters to everybody he know, huh?
Oh, we forgot about that. Was that in episode 9 or episode 10?
I don't know. That's like you said, because we fucking ran them through back to back like that. It's all merged into one.
So when did he get time to sit and write these letters, individual letters to everyone?
Hmm. And how did he get in touch with my man and shit from OG Power
Yeah, I
to be
don't
writing
know.
him a letter and shit?
Uh-huh. Oh, that was funny. Like he just sat and wrote down and had to write a letter to everybody. He already know. Oh, and how about when they picked up the letter and it was his voice? Hey, if you read this, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is type of writing is this shit?
I thought it was stupid because once he realized that they was on to him when he gave up the girl gave the information to him in the interrogation, and then it
Uh-huh.
came out to be a bullshit ass fucking raid, and that's when everybody knew like, oh shit, Sacks. They know that you the guy. He said, oh man, I'm a dead man walking. He said, well, she said, now this is girl, and she's sitting there talking about, well, I can't protect you no more. I gotta pull security off. Like why? So
Mm-hmm.
so you kidnap a girl and you got security around this house, you know what I mean? Sucker ass security too around the mom and witness protection because Tommy just rolled up and ain't nobody pull out a gun or nothing. He just popped everybody.
No. Now, how about how the kid was outside?
Yeah, that's like some of the coolest shit.
It's late at night. It's late at night, and the kid is just like willy nilly outside or
Mm,
whatever. And they in witness protection. What type of
mm.
shit is that?
Yeah, it's shitty. Shitty writing.
Right. Well, I guess we could talk. Did you look at Married at First Sight?
Nah, I still didn't watch it yet. I was gonna watch it the other day, but I said, nah, I ain't gonna watch it yet.
All
Ain't
right,
no need.
we can skip that because this is the your favorite who's staying and who's going, and they didn't finish. They didn't finish. They didn't finish. They'll continue it to the next episode. So
Mhm.
when once you watch that, we can break
So this is
everything down.
the finale, 1 and 2,
Yeah, next week will be the
like
finale.
decision day.
Yeah, they
Okay.
have enough. They have a decision to make next week, and then they doing that type of we're already now type of episode.
Okay,
So
okay.
they'll be
So they
just
already did a couple decisions on this episode here, and then next week they're gonna finish it off.
yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So anything else on the TV front?
I did watch the Tupac series, and that was pretty good. What
Uh-huh.
is this? Dear Mama, did you watch that?
No, I have the first episode on my flash drive. I ain't watch it
Yeah, I thought that was good, but it just showed how much of a fucking idiot Tupac was. Like
yet.
one side of him is smart as shit and conscious and just got he's a deep thinker, and then the other side is just a straight asshole retard. So
Right.
I'll let you watch it, and then we can talk about stuff on that.
Anything else?
Uh, then I can think of. I can't think of nothing else.
Oh, well, I looked at the first two episodes of Class '09. Did you see the commercials to
What
that?
is that?
Class '09 stars Paperboy. What's
Uh-huh.
Paperboy? I don't know the other two ladies. They're in other stuff, but I don't know their names. They're doing like past, present, and future. So they're
Mm-hmm.
showing them how the girl, she was like good at, she was working in the hospital or something, and one of the FBI agents had asked her she should try to join the FBI. So she joined, and she infiltrated. She worked undercover in Philly for these crooked cops, and she got the crooked cops arrested. So she was like high on like the FBI's most talent. So that's the past. The it's kind of like a Minority Report is with Tom Cruise, where they bust people who think they're going to commit crimes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gonna commit a crime in the future, so we gonna lock you up now, type shit.
yeah, that's the future part. The future part is 2020. I want to say 2034
Mm-hmm.
is their future. So they got like they all driving electric cars and got these decent weapons and all this shit. Then all homes are computerized and stuff
On a
like
scale of
that.
1 to 10, what would you give it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a good 8 now. I
Oh
didn't
shit,
watch
that
this
means I
third
should probably
episode.
watch it then.
I didn't watch the third episode, but I'm paraphrasing a lot of stuff too because I don't want to be telling everything
Right,
that's
no,
like
that's
going
cool
on.
because I'll check it out. You said it. What is it called? 2009,
Class of '09.
class of '09. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. I did see what's the name too? What was that? I just was about to say. Oh, TMZ got like this show. It's called like No Bullshit.
Hmm.
I watched a couple episodes of that. That was pretty good too.
And what's it about?
They just do like different celebrities and shit like that. Like I watched the J Lo's joint, and god damn, this girl like every year she get a new fucking dude. Like, it just and then and they, what was they calling? They was calling it a overlap. So she's married with somebody, but then she gets spotted with somebody else, and they call that the overlap. Because then she break up with the married guy, and next thing you know, she's dating the guy that she got spotted with, and she did
Hmm.
that throughout the whole fucking life. I'm like, damn, this girl. And she kept saying she's a whore, you know. And I'm like, damn, she do got a lot of dudes. It'll be like from Mark Anthony to the fucking backup dancer,
Hmm.
from the backup dancer to like fucking the guy that played Ben Affleck, from Ben Affleck to like the waiter at the restaurant. It's like, god damn, girl, and she don't discriminate. You can be fucking Joe Blow and you can get a chance.
So you saying that she might be a little difficult, huh?
I think she just get. Hold on. What'd you say, babe? I think she heard me and she was talking trash. I think she a little loose and
Hmm.
and I think she probably just get bored of people. Like because her and Mark Anthony, they was together for a while and they had two kids. And then out of the blue, like she wasn't in the spotlight or nothing. Then I think she just missed being famous. So she's like, fuck it, I want to get a divorce. They never said why. She just wanted to get a divorce. And next thing you know, she started being famous again, doing all this type of shit. It's like she missed the light. She missed the light, or she was maybe a little jealous because he was famous and everybody was swarming to him, but nobody really paid her no mind.
Hmm.
But like, damn, you lived your life. Like, just be the mom and be there for your kids. Why would you do that just to so you can start doing shit again?
Right. Now, did you anything
Oh,
else?
and the first boyfriend, this guy was like her high school sweetheart, and they was together and everything. As soon as she blew up, she dropped him. It's like, damn, you know what I mean?
Were they married or?
Uh, I think so. I think so because they was together for a little while. Her first guy, he was a Puerto Rican dude. I think she
Mm,
did marry him because she married everybody. I guess that's to soften the blow to make it seem like she ain't a whore. She say, "Hey, what other is her husband?"
right.
But she was bouncing around a lot, and I think somewhere I remember back in the day that she had fooled around with Keenan Ivory Wayans and Wesley Snipes, but they didn't mention that on there.
hmm any other TV shows?
No, that's I watched like three of those episodes, but that was the last one we watched. I forget what the other two was.
Okay.
Oh, it was about the biggest scammers in Hollywood. He was talking about Ja Rule and the big Fire Fest. That was funny too. That whole
Yeah.
thing.
hmm any new movies?
Oh, not really. I don't really watch that.
Well, I watched Uncharted. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm late when it comes to movies, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, because that
Don't
been sitting
judge
in my queue for the
me.
longest.
I watched Uncharted with Spider-Man and Marky Mark. Watchable. It's watchable.
What would you give it?
I'll give it about a 7.
Okay.
It was watchable. See, I like when they go to like different locations and all that stuff, and
Yeah, I do
sp-
too. Old school Indiana Jones type shit.
yeah, like Spain here.
Hmm.
Where was they at? Well, you'll see it. Um, yeah, it was. The plot was kind of dumb, because I'm not gonna give it away. But Uncharted, yeah, I'll give it a good 7. And I watched the 355. It ain't your type of movie, but I'll explain it. It's with the what's the white lady name with the nice lips? Is it Jessica Chastain? Jessica Chastain.
I know who
Penelope.
she is. I don't
Jessica.
know if she's the one with the nice lips you talking about, but I know
Yeah,
who
she
she
does
is.
have she does have nice lips. Jessica Chastain. Penelope Cruz was in it. Lapita was in it, and Diane Kruger. I only know Diane Kruger from that movie, that TV show, The Bridge. You remember The Bridge, right? The Bridge,
No,
where this was like in like
the
2000.
name sounds familiar. Let me see.
I think you've seen it before. If not, you can put it in your queue because it was a good television show. They canceled it way too early, and she was a cop in there, but she had like a something was going on with her. Was she autistic? It was something going on with her mentally.
This is 355.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, I do remember. See, I remember her from Troy. That face.
Diane Kruger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, they're all agents. But Penelope Cruz, she works for like the FBI, but she's like a psychologist or something like that. She's not like in the field or whatever. So the
Mhm.
terrorists had created this program where if you get it, you can shut everything, like you could turn the lights off. You can kill everything in the plane and make the plane crash and all that stuff. So of course, all the terrorists wanted this, so they were trying to get it back. They got it back, but they gave it to the like one of the head agents or whatever, and he got killed. So it was back on the auction block again, and Winter Soldier is in it. I know his first name is Sebastian. I don't know his last name.
Stan.
Okay. So let's just call him Winter Soldier because I just think it's funny to call them by their Marvel names, like I call the guy Spider Man.
Hmm.
So Winter Soldier was Chastain's partner, and he faked his death, and he started working for the bad guys. So at the end of the movie, he was trying to get the program back. So they had this big fight scene, and they got the program back. And they just destroyed it instead of like giving it to somebody and all that stuff. They
Hmm.
they destroyed it. It was like a little chip, and they destroyed the chip. Very good action in it. I liked it. It ain't your thing because it's women kicking and shooting and stuff. It ain't your thing. Jessica
I
Chastain
don't
is
have a
like an
problem with
ugly
women
agent.
kicking and shooting.
I thought you did when
No,
it
I
kicked.
no. See, you and my father and y'all on the same shit. Y'all just think I just hate on females for fighting and shooting and shit. No, my thing is if it's a female fighter
Mm-hmm.
fighting another male fighter, then we already know who should win that fight.
Okay.
But if there's a trained female fighting Joe Blow, then the female should win. And when guns come into play, anybody can win. I don't have a female problem with female shooting guns.
Okay, so you won't like this movie because Jessica Chastain is like an elite agent and she's whooping men's ass. Other
And now other
ter-
agents.
No. Oh no, she beat other agents too because the agents they had killed the guy that they I say like in the middle of the movie they got the chip back and they gave the chip to the they said yeah we got it and gave it to one of her superior or whatever.
Hmm.
So they said like all right they left and someone killed that higher up. So they had went back. They was looking on the TV and they seen like all these plane crashes and all this stuff going on. They said, "Oh shit, there's somebody they got the chip back." So they went back to where the higher up was and he was dead. So just so happened the other agents had came into the place. So they had to fight them to get out the place. So they're
Hmm.
kind of like sort of like on a run
Hmm.
but helping out, but on a run at the same time. So she beat them. She beat all the villains and all that stuff. So it ain't your thing, Philip. but for the,
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
the
saying. So I don't y'all confusing how I feel about the situation. Y'all just exaggerating it.
for the I'll give it a 7.5, the 355. I also looked at the big four. Now, like I said to you before, I like anytime I hear like an Asian movie, it's like good a good action Asian movie. I always watch it because, like I said, they're old school when it comes to their action scenes. The Big Four is a Netflix movie, and it's based in it's a Indonesian film. It's
Is it
about
in English?
if it's on Netflix, yeah, they have dual audio. So if you find it, you
I don't have
definitely find.
Netflix, so I just have to find
No,
it.
if you find it, it'll definitely have a dual audio
Okay.
on it. So it's about these assassins, and I'm a paraphrase everything. These assassins, they retired being assassins, and something happened, and okay, it was like the guy that was like he was like their father and he was like it was like their boss their father he always looked at them these was like orphan
Hmm.
kids and he like taught them how to fight and all that stuff so they became assassins and he had a biological daughter but the biological daughter didn't know about the other kids that he chose as his kids so the
Hmm.
father was going to retire and go on the island and run a hotel, whatever, and he got killed. So what happened was the daughter is also a cop. She just had graduated from the police academy, and the father didn't show up. So she had went to the house, and at the same time, one of the assassins was there and saw him dead or whatever. So he's like crying and all that stuff because that was like his father. So the daughter seen him, and they had like gotten a shootout, and he escaped. So she's like looking at old pictures and everything, and she see like this hotel in a picture. So she had went there and come to find out that one of the assassins was like running the hotel because he like took over his father's dream. Like his father's dream was like running the
Hmm.
hotel. So he's like, well, look, I'm gonna run the hotel like that. So they get to fighting and all that stuff. Then see the assassins, they were like specialties in something. Like the guy assassin, he was like good at karate. The girl assassin, she was like good at weapons,
Hmm.
shooting people, blowing people up, and all that stuff. They had a young boy there. He wasn't really good at much because he was like still like a kid, so they was like still like trying to train him.
Hmm.
And they had the other guy. He was he's a sniper. He was good at like they call it archery because he was like using bow and arrows too, but
Hmm.
he was good at stuff like that. So these people, so he had another orphan son, but I guess the orphan son was like too overzealous, so he stopped dealing with him. So the orphan son had killed him. That's who killed him, and they was like trying to track down the. He was trying to track down the daughter and the assassins to kill him. And I'm gonna leave it at that, and just in case you wanted to see it. Uh, my only negative is I don't like that comedy shit when it comes to action movies.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I detest comedy. It was way too much comedy. The action scenes was good. Oh, another thing how I say about old school, they did use the automated gunshots. You know how they use now
Mm-hmm.
the computerized gunshots, so
Right.
they weren't really shooting anybody. Like that other movie that the other movie I talked about last time. It's too much comedy for me. If I knew it was that much comedy, I wouldn't have watched it. But that being said, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high score. The score is like in the 80s. The audience, you go by the audience, right? When you look at Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't use Rotten Tomatoes. I use IMDb.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you used Rotten Tomatoes. Well, Rotten Tomatoes, the people on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high score, so I guess they like all that joking and comedy and shit. I don't like all that stuff, but I'll give it a seven. I'll give it a seven for the action,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm taking away points because of the comedy. But that's just for me. The last movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll paraphrase everything, just in case you want to see it. The story is based on
I do
Rock.
want to see it. I'll see it.
Okay, okay. The story is based on Rocket. So great story, with Rocket and the what is the villain name? How did I forget it that quick? Hold on. Uh, the High Evolution, the High Evolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor. His name is oh, I know I mess it up. Chokwandi Igwaja.
Mm-hmm.
He's a British actor,
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Nigerian
about.
descent. Very good. He's in a Peacemaker too. Well, he was in a Peacemaker with John Cena.
I know what you're talking about. I never watched it.
Yeah, he's in that too. Very good actor, and I sure hope they use him for other Marvel movies. But I like the plot. But also with the big four, I'm not into that comedy shit. Well, I already knew it was going into it. It was going to be a whole bunch of comedy because our boy James Gunn is directing it, and they just think that shit is funny. But don't take my word for it because I watch it in a movie theater, and them people laugh at damn near every joke that they say. I don't know if these people like really think that shit is funny or just happy to get out the house. One or the other. But I also give for the storyline and I like the high revolutionary evolutionary character. I'm gonna give
Mm-hmm.
it an eight. I'm gonna give it an eight. But like I say, I don't like that comedy shit. Like in the middle of a battle, you want to bust jokes and all that type of shit and all that stuff. No, that's not really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's everything I seen in the movie front.
Uh,
Any
I
anything
did
else?
watch. Actually, I did watch this other one. It was the same thing. The TMZ no bullshit. It was talking about the fifth plane of 9/11. That was
Oh,
good too because they were talking about it was another plane that these terrorists had got on, but it was like it was only like seven people on the plane, and they had wrapped up, and she's saying like we thought it was a female that was dressed up like in all the Muslim garb and stuff, but it was really a guy. We can tell it was a guy because he had big hairy hands, and we knew that was a guy, and they was tripping and stuff. Well, that plane never took off because they got the call, but what they did was they locked the pilot. The one guy was like had a kid with him, was like we want to take him to see the in the cockpit and see, and they like no, you can't do that, no, no, and they was like looking all in the cockpit. Well, anyway, the pilot once he got a phone call about shit was going on, so he locked the door and he told the stewardess that was in there with him. He said, "Hold this fire extinguisher. If anybody opens this door, bust him in the head." And then he took like the little axe off the door, and they just stood there like that. But they
mm-hmm.
wound up clearing the plane out, making everybody at the airport. They got the call. The airport shut down, and everybody was clearing the plane. And then he was looking through the peephole to make sure they cleared the plane. Once one of the airport workers came in, was like, "Come on out, pilot. The plane is clear, whatever." They all got off the plane and they locked the plane up. As soon as they locked the plane up, they saw people on the plane, like in uniform and I guess like baggage claims outfits still on the plane. So that was like the terrorists or whatever. They had hid like underneath the thing, and then they found like fucking uh what you call it, box cutters and all this shit in the plane and all this. I guess they couldn't get the plane off the air or whatever, you know what I mean, off the ground. And they
Right.
did like an investigation. It was a big cover up. So like the stewardess and all of them, they were like suing the airport because they was trying to get their pension and stuff. And they like, we're not flying. They like, no, it wasn't that serious, this and that. So the government covered it up pretty much. And that's why we never heard of it until now about another plane with terrorists on it and they finding box cutters on planes and all that shit. Like the government pretty much covered all that shit. It was decent though.
Right. Now, did they arrest these terrorists?
No, they pretty much fell off the fucking world because they brought the stewardess and the pilot and all them in there and had like a lineup of people to say like, okay, can you point out who the four people that you saw? And then none of those four people was in the lineup.
Right.
And they kept
Okay.
asking about those people, and then they never really said anything like we don't know what you're talking about, whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So the government either killed these guys or held them in in some type of cell somewhere.
Well,
What
I
else?
believe, and you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe that the government knew about those people, so that's why
Hmm.
you never heard nothing else about it. He said we've been we even got like an information freedom act, and they supposed to give us this information. They never
Right.
gave it to them. We never heard back from them. We called, we did all this shit, and it was nothing. It was like, and then they talked to one of the FBI agents. Said, yeah, we had a lot of leads, a lot of stuff, but we just figured we just had too much on our plate to deal with that right now. That was years ago. Y'all still to this day and investigate that? Yeah, right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. They investigated.
Right.
Hmm.
That was decent though. And it was fucked up how they did like the stewardess and them. Because the one lady, she like retired. And the other lady, she was like, I couldn't work. I was like traumatized this and stuff. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they was like, there's nothing wrong with you, wasn't that serious. So they had to fight with United Airlines to try to get some money. And I think
Mm.
in the end, I don't think they got paid. I think they lost. Except the ones that was old enough to retire, retired and got their money like that way.
Right. Anything else?
Mm-mm. Did you ever watch the show I was telling you about the Night Agent? You ever watch any of that?
No. I'll check it out because
Yeah,
my
I
mom
watched a
said it
couple
was good
episodes and I
too.
liked it, but I never got back to it.
Yeah, my mom said it was good too.
Hmm.
All right, y'all. You can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok and YouTube at PNL Judgmentals, Instagram at the two underscores Judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals at gmail.com. All right, Phil.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace out, everybody.